Buongiorno YouTube, it's Trev here, Summit or Nothing. Today I am going to discuss my 5 favourite wild camps of 2020. I'll put links to all these videos in the video description, but also they will pop up as I discuss them. If you are new to Summit or Nothing, then please make sure you have subscribed to keep up to date with all our wild camping exploits, budget kit reviews, hikes and other outdoors related videos. Obviously 2020 wasn't the best year. I didn't go very far afield, I didn't make it up to any mountains for any camps this year, but I did manage to get out for some wild camps and I'll discuss those in this video. Let's start. Number 5 is Bone Hill Rocks up on Dartmoor. Now after the lockdown, this was the first wild camp that I took part in, and I had a new tent to try out. The first time I was out in the little one-man single skin Vic 1 tent from Nature Hike. Really lightweight, really compact, and I really enjoyed using it. It wasn't the last time I was going to use this tent, you'll see it again in this list, but it was just the relief of, after sort of 3 months of being restricted, stuck at home, not being able to camp. The summer was just starting and it was glorious weather. It was really beautiful. You can see all around the Haytor area, the views, Haytor, Houndtor. I met up with a friend, Stan. He had an evening with me. He didn't camp, but he stayed for a little while. We chatted.
Fancy a hot coffee though.
Oh, I bought a mug for Stan. I won't touch it with my hands, don't worry. I use my penis.
It was just a lovely area, nice to be finally out camping again. And then through the night, I slept like a log, really comfortable. Woke up in the morning, just chilled, took in the views, and yeah, had a great time.
Just those sounds of morning. Oh, it's amazing. It's the landscape's just rolling off beneath us. Oh, there are some stunning views from Dartmoor. And that's another one right there.
My number 4 wild camping experience of 2020 was actually my first. Back last January, wasn't the best weather. It was quite murky, misty, cold, but a really comfortable night's sleep in the hammock down at Torquay with Andy. I wasn't in the hammock with Andy, we had our own hammocks each.
Right, you can see here now, I've got my hiking poles, tied them up where they're supposed to. So it produces like a little bit of a cocoon. So shall I have a go in it? Here I go, in the hammock. It's a bit more restrictive than a tent, obviously, but it's comfy. It's like the rocking effect. I could easily go to sleep with that, I think.
That's the first time I've ever used a hammock to camp in, and it was a really comfortable experience. I've not been out in it since, but I can't wait to. I mean, yeah, I did have to carry quite a lot of gear to make sure I had a comfortable night's sleep in the hammock, because you need your underquilt, you need your tarps, but it's actually fairly easy to go up. It was a great little wild camp, and we managed to have a little fire, which we cooked our meals on the fire as well.
So there we go. So we've got chilli, stew and potatoes all cooking.
Potatoes.
What a feast. Enjoying it?
It's good.
Ideal.
So yeah, just a good experience. Nice to get out with someone different, in something different. So yeah, definitely enjoyed that one. Number 3, I'd say it was my coast camp, my stealth coastal camp, when I walked a stretch of the southwest coast path and ended up in the Cloud Up 2 up above Hope Cove.
So there you go. Pitched, overlooking the sea. It's looking like a good fit tonight. It's gone pretty tight. Seems like it's going to hold, sturdy. Touch wood. I don't think there's any wind tonight. Last time I checked it was like 9 miles an hour, but it's going to get wet, so as long as it keeps the rain out.
only the second time I've actually managed to get out on the coast for a camp. I got there late, I set up just before dark, cooked myself some dinner, had a nice chilled evening, and then just sort of sat. But it was just nice to lie there and listen to those coastal sounds. The water lapping below, the waves on the beach, the sound of the bells on the buoys sort of just clanging away. Really nice night. Then waking up early in the morning, packing my tent down before anyone else saw me, and clearing off. Number 2 camp, my midweek camp to Pewtal. I finished work early, I think on Wednesday night, and I haven't managed to get out for the last couple of weeks. And I just thought, I've got time. It doesn't get dark until late. It was the middle of summer. It wasn't a massive hike. I just sort of walked in from just beneath Rouge Tor and walked in past Windy Cross. I'd just done a sort of walk in this area the weeks before and took in Pewtal, so I thought I'm going to pop down to Pewtal again. Packed up the Vic 1, took a couple stoves, made some videos down there comparing stoves. Okay, so got my jet ball, got my OEX, got my mug. One mug in each. I should have rinsed that out first. It's disgusting. There was a few people around when I first got there, but I just waited for it to dim down, set up the tent. There we go. Vic 1 set up. Just in time for the sunset. And then that night it was just so peaceful, so calm. Okay, so here we are. We're on Pewtal and it was warm. I ended up just lounging about on the rocks down there till about midnight, just looking up at the stars. And yeah, another really comfortable night's sleep. And actually it was one of my favourite videos of the year, so please do check that out. So the Vic 1 saw me through another night on the moor. But tidy little tent, quite spacious for a one-man tent, lightweight, easy to put up, easy to take down. Yeah, I really enjoy it. But I think my number 1 favourite wild camp was up on Great Links, back out in the Cloud Up 2, but more importantly I had some company. Nath was back wild camping. Got the nature hike up. Nath's. I said he should have watched the video.
I don't think it looks too bad.
Which angle looks better from? We'll have a look at it, see if we can tinker about with it. I'd lent in the lantern and he actually had a great night's sleep. We didn't find the most comfortable spot because someone else had got up there before us and nicked it. This is Deadfall Outdoors, Carl from Deadfall Outdoors. We had a bit of a quick chat with Carl, but he seemed to have the best spot up at Great Links, so we're just down the hill a little bit and we've come behind this mound here. It's about as good as we're going to get for the wind, isn't it, here? So yeah, it's good to have Nath back and back out for a wild camp as well, because I thought his wild camping days were numbered, but he'd actually really missed Summit or Nothing and missed the wild camping. So once he sort of was back in a position where he wasn't all tied up doing his house up, he was free to sort of come back out camping, and yeah, he had a really great night.
Morning YouTube. You might be surprised to learn that I actually had a really comfortable night's sleep. I think I've had about 6 or 7 hours sleep. That's unheard of for me in a tent or while camping.
But it was just great to have that company, have that banter, have someone waking me up at ridiculously early in the morning just so they could go and practice their photography.
What is the time, Nath? What is the time?
Fantastic.
What is it? Ungodly, mate. It's ungodly.
Well, I've had a good night's sleep. This is what time I normally get up.
I know, it was weekend.
And it was just strange to see Nathan waking up like a dizzy child at Christmas rather than this miserable old git that he usually was in the mornings.
Nate's very excitable this morning. Well, Nate's up. He's chipper. He's chipper over there. Can you hear him? Ain't you f***ing chipper over there?
Well, you're not used to me getting a good night's sleep while camping, are you?
No. He's euphoric. I've never seen Nate like it. I think I prefer the old Nate.
So yeah, he definitely saw the benefits of having a decent shelter and a decent sleeping pad. So yeah, that was my top 5 wild camps of 2020. Let's hope that in 2021 we can get out for some even better camps.